What is up, everyone? We are back with Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're here to look at the Crisis Dungeon, the Igara Forbidden Zone. We're going to be doing our disadvantaged run, where I go in with a party that isn't completely kitted out, to try to bring my stats lower. So for our newer players who are trying to complete this, this gives you an idea of a way that you can build your stats at least to go in and hopefully be successful. So again, today we're going to be focusing on the Igara Forbidden Zone hard. We are going to be doing a kind of change in format of this based on some suggestions. So one of the first things I'm going to be doing is just flat out going over the monsters themselves. This will allow you to kind of think about how to maybe build your party. So I'm going to go through them actually in the order that I took them on. So it's not going to be in this order right here. I'm also going to be showing you what the enhancements are that you can get post-battle, because again, that'll maybe also help you maybe decide how you're going to tweak your party. Alright, so first, I went after the Fiery Condor battle. So we have a weakness to ice and wind on the Fiery Condor. When you look at the G Warriors, they are also weak to ice. Now, some things to note about this battle. So first off, the Fiery Condor gets a fire potency up, physical fire resistance, he uses fire physical attacks, and he afflicts ice resistance down on himself with Fiery Veil. So basically when he grants himself this buff, he does get a debuff. Physical attacks are effective against this enemy, and magic attacks are effective for destroying sigils. So triangle sigils, what's needed, he is strong against fire and earth. When we look at the G Warriors, strong against fire. Some things to note about them. They use powerful fire element physical abilities, so maybe having a fire resist up isn't a bad thing to have. They increase their P attack with power charge. They also afflict M-Def down with triple kick, and they can inflict silence. So again, if you're going in with a magic team, this can be a problem because they can silence you. So you might want to bring in Asuna Silence. That's assuming your healer isn't want the one that gets silenced. So there's that. If we look at the buff here, or the enhancement you can get after you beat them, you've got three options. You can go for water potency plus 10, water potency plus 30%, and lose ice potency, which I really don't recommend this one, or lightning resist plus 50. Now you're going to see in my run I take the lightning resist plus 50. It'll help out with an upcoming battle. Alright, so back to this. The second battle that I did was the Armored Scorpion. Now really you could flip-flop these, and actually I might suggest that, only because of what you're going to get as an enhancement from this one, which could help you with the previous battle. I'm still going to do it the way that I did it, just to show the way that I went through it, but I might suggest doing the Armored Scorpion first. But anyway, so Armored Scorpion has a weakness to water, resistance to lightning, triangle sigil. Uses Tail Laser A, it's a powerful multi-attack target. It gradually grows in strength, gives itself water resistance up, P-Def up, and M-Def up with Water Well, so you're going to want to bring water resist down, for sure. If you are bringing a character that is doing physical water damage, make sure you bring a P-Def down. If you're doing a magic damage, bring an M-Def down. Overall, he's not that difficult, though. So, when you beat him, you get this enhancement option. Ice potency plus 10, ice potency plus 30, water potency minus 40, fire resist plus 50. This is why I'm saying you might want to do the Armored Scorpion first. It would really help out with the Fiery Condor, as well as a later battle. But again, first way I went was with the Fiery Condor, because I typically try to go for multi-enemies first. Because again, they get stronger as they go on. The more enemies I'm dealing with, it could be a problem. So again, for me, I selected fire resistance in my run that we'll see here in a little bit. Okay, the next battle that I did was the Jatayu. They have a weakness to water, resistance to ice, lightning, and earth. Triangle Sigil. They use powerful ice and lightning magic abilities, so if you did take the ice resist earlier, or the lightning resist earlier, that's going to help with one of the two. So there is that. They greatly increase their own magic attack with magic overflow, but become temporarily incapacitated afterwards. Again, if you're bringing a physical team, something to note, they do darkness. So they can blind, so you might want to bring in Asuna Dark. They also can do MDef down with Mana Breach, so you might want to bring something to bring up your MDef. Water elemental physical abilities are very effective against this enemy, but again, they do blind, so be careful about that. When you beat them, the options you're given here for them are this one right here. So you have magic attack plus 10, physical defense and magic defense plus 60%, and then limit break potency plus 100, but losing physical defense and magic defense by 50%. I end up choosing the physical and magic defense in my run. The final battle that you'll do before you get to the final boss, which is the Swordsmith, is the Red Dragon. Now for the Red Dragon, he has a weakness to ice, resistance to fire, triangle, cross sigils. So he does fire element magic attacks, which again, if you took the fire resist buff earlier, this is going to help. He does use Screech, which again is a fire magic element attack. He inflicts fog, so here's going to be the problem with a magic team. So if you're bringing a magic team, fog is something that affects magic users and makes it so they have to use, I think it's an extra 1 or 2 ATB to fire off an attack. I think it's 2. So you might want to bring in Asuna Fog if you're rolling a magic team. Now it is possible that if you're strong enough, you can kill him off quick enough that you don't need it, but do note that he can fog you. In my run, thankfully, he ended up fogging my healer, so I was able just to wipe him out pretty quickly. When you finish off the Red Dragon, you are given these choices: physical attack plus 10, physical defense, magic defense plus 60%, and then summon potency plus 30, physical defense, magic defense minus 50. If you are still kind of feeling a little weak, maybe you want to take the physical defense, magic defense plus 60. If you're rolling a physical team, if you took the magic and physical defense earlier, you might take the physical attack. Finally, obviously, if you took that earlier, the physical defense up plus 60, you're going to lose 50% of it, be left with 10 each, but gain that summon potency of plus 30. So if you've been saving your summons for this point, that potency could really wreck the Swordsmith Masamune. So speaking of which, let's take a look at the final boss. Weakness to ice and water. So again, if you're rolling with Shiva and Leviathan, that summon potency from earlier could prove to be very, very useful here. He has a resistance to fire, triangle sigil. So again, if you've noticed, triangle sigil is the main thing here. You definitely want to have triangle sigil and a cross sigil for the Red Dragon. Uses powerful physical abilities. He can inflict pain with devastating darkness, after which he uses illuminating spirit to raise his own P attack. Pain inflicted by devastating darkness can become agony. So that's something to note to deal with. He can grant himself up ice resistance and water resistance with a lightning blade. So again, having that ice resistance down and water resistance down can be very, very beneficial in this. Taking a look at the map, we can kind of see where everything's at. We have some regular chests right here. They're going to be hidden in the fog. You're going to clear the fog away as you did in the story. Again, the path I took on the Fiery Condor first. I then come over here to take on Armored Scorpion. I came straight down to take on the birds. And then after we take on the birds, I then come over here to do the Red Dragon. Now we do have a rare chest up here. There is another one hidden in the fog. Show you here. So keep in mind, right where this rare chest is. So that's that rare chest that we just saw on the map right here. And then right down here, this will be right, so that's the red dragon, by the way. So right over here, hidden in the fog, is going to be another rare chest. And then the final rare is actually going to be down here by the boss. It's going to be like right above him over here. So hopefully that should help you in preparation for maybe how you want to build your team if you don't want to see how I built mine. Next, I'm going to show you guys how I build my team, and again, maybe you want to tweak off of that, or like I said, you don't want to have that knowledge and you just want to take what I've given you so far and build your own team. So let's take a look at the team next. Alright, let's take a look at the team build. So just a reminder, recommended power is 170 to 209. The party that I'm rolling with, even severely as disadvantaged I've made it, is at 375,109. So let's take a look at what we got here, starting with Sephiroth. So he is rolling with his edged garbs for the magic attack Frostblade Arcanum. By the way, if you didn't notice, you are getting 20% ice potency, 20% water potency automatically. The edged wings has a 46 to his magic attack, 39 to his ice potency, dealing ice magic damage. And then he also has Edgar's coiled blade to do magic damage, water damage, again boosting his attack and water potency. You know what? I'm gonna make a quick. No. I'm gonna make a slight change. Yeah, we're gonna flip-flop these. There's a reason being. So we're now going to switch this. It's gonna lower his stats a little bit, but it'll be alright. So anyway, so we still have the same weapons. We have the Edgar's Coiled Blade and the Edged Wings. This might seem weird to do this, but again, this is for the added sigil bonus there. Sub-equipment wise, he has one sub-equipment, the Elogor gun, which is giving him HP and ice potency. He does have Shiva as his summon, and again, the one Ruinra that he has here is a triangle, boosting his M attack and HP. Altogether, when we look at his R abilities, magic attack of 7, Frostblade Arcanum, ice potency of 4, water potency of 4, ice potency of 5. He does have the interruption mastery from his ultimate weapon, and then boost HP and boost ability potency. So that he does have the Genji blade here. So obviously you got some spots to fill out here with your materia and your weapons. Stat-wise, 132,000 power, HP of 11.8k, M attack being the more important one here, 4.2k. Tifa. So Tifa here has the Bunny Bustier to boost her magic ability potency and Water Blade Arcanum. We do have the Bunny Gloves to deal magic water damage, but it's also boosting her M attack and water potency. She also has the Feathered Gloves. Now these do physical damage. She's only going to be using these for the sole purpose of lowering MDef and increasing her own water damage when her HP is 50% or more. It does boost attack by a lot and water potency. She does have her ultimate weapon here. Well, this is the one you can buy in the shop. This is not the premium heart that was just released. So this one, when used, can increase P attack for all allies and M attack. I will not, by the way, I'm not using any of the ultimate weapons for their abilities, just using them for stats. Go to her one sub-equipment. She has the Serpent Eater to boost HP and water potency. The one materia she has is a Ruinra, boosting her HP only. She has 131,943 power, 12.1 HP, and 3.9k M attack. Our ability wise, boost magic ability potency 2, Water Blade Arcanum, magic by 5, water potency by 7, boost attack 4, ability 3, MDef 3, and HP 3. Okay, and she has Leviathan as her summon. Finally, we have Aerith here. Aerith is rocking the Rosy Battlesuit. Again, this is something you can get with your free armor ticket that you got when you started the game. I think we've gotten one other one throughout as the game's gone on. The Fairy Tale for healing purposes. She has Terra's Rod here. This is going to be there to decrease ice resistance. I have nothing that's going to be decreasing water resistance, but that'll be okay. She does have her Jubilation Ultimate Weapon. Again, just using it for stats. I'm not using it for the actual ability itself. Her one sub-equipment that she has is the Guard Stick. It's there to boost her heal. She has a Triangle Runera here, boosting P attack, which is nothing for her, and M attack, which is also nothing for her. I could honestly flip-flop these two to give Tifa more magic attack, and you know what? Let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Nope, that's not going to work. This Tifa has the cross one. So let's flip that back. That was dumb. Never mind. Ignore that. When we look at our abilities, boost heal of 9, MDef 2, the Earth Resist doesn't matter. HP 3, she has a regen boost, the buff debuff of 2. When we look at her stats, 106,966, 11.4k HP, and a heal of 3.1. So again, altogether we're looking at a power of 370,948 to go into this. So that is how I built my team. Again, feel free to take that, tweak it, do what you want with it. Like I said, obviously you've got a lot of room to add materia and other and tweak weapons. I don't expect you to have, obviously, the weapons that I have built up the way that I do, OB-wise, especially if you're newer, so you're probably going to need those slots to help build up to those R ability stats. Those are the stats that I focused on. Alright, so the next part is going to then be focusing in on the battles themselves, how I went through them. I'm going to leave auto battle on. I might do a couple manual inputs myself, but for the most part I'm going to kind of let the game handle itself. I do have the speed turned on, which you'll see will move a lot faster in the dungeon. Alright, so next up is the dungeon run. Alright, so you're going to notice we're going to run super quick here. There is a chest. Right here. I think there was another one that was right over here. We should be able to see it on the map, actually, because I've opened them in the past. Or maybe it's not going to show here. Okay. Yep, right there. These are the only two normal chests, at least that I was able to find, so there might, in theory, be more, but I could have swore I searched this entire thing and those are the only two that I found. Alright, so this is the Fiery Condor battle. Like I said, you could, in theory, do the Armored Scorpion first, and in fact, I might encourage that just to get the fire resistance to make this battle easier, but again, I'm going to go about this the same way that I did in my first clear. So here we go. We're going to focus on the G-Warriors first. He's going to immediate silence, and he silences Sephiroth. Awesome. That's automatically going to make this a little bit more difficult because my character who's going to be doing the damage can't do the damage. But his silence is going to wear off, and then he's going to immediately kick in and start doing lots and lots of damage here. So you can see we're taking a ton of damage in regards to this. And all we have left now is the Fiery Condor. I could take off the ×2 speed. That might actually be better. So now his ice resist is down by 3. They're going to start... he's going to go ahead and do ice one more time because his HP is down low enough that we're going to kill him. We don't need to sigil break him. Alright, so I'm going to be taking the lightning resist plus 50%. I'm also going to go ahead and pop. No, I'm not, because that happens later. I was going to use the supplements, but we haven't gotten those yet. We'll get those in a little bit. Alright, so next up is the Armored Scorpion. We're going to get Tifa's summon built up here really quickly, and we're going to try to use it as soon as possible before he pops a Water Veil. Just so we can hopefully do as much damage as possible. And we didn't. But we're going to lower his magic defense as much as we can here. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and pop the Tidal Wave. This is just going to help do as much damage as we can. We could have actually done it probably one more time. But we do have the Water Potency Plus on her right now, so use it while we can. And this should finish him off. Get close, there we go. Alright, here I'm going to be taking the Fire Resistance plus 50%. Got a random battle here. These guys, I think, are all weak to ice, and they do silence, and they're probably going to silence Sephiroth. They did. Again, this is where that either having a physical team in here or having that silence assume is going to be really beneficial. Thread that stuns. There we go. Alright, so the next fight here, I'm going to go ahead and use... Nope, we're just going to go into it. I clicked the wrong thing, so I was thinking about using the cottage, but we're going to try and take these guys out as quickly as possible here. Why is my HP fine? We're just gonna go ahead and do this. Get these guys out of here as quickly as possible. And should be dead. I'm still confused as to why Sephiroth and Aerith's HP returned to normal. Here we're going to be taking the physical and magic defense plus 60%. And look at that, it went right back. Interesting. Okay, that's a little bug. And we're going to sweep away the fog. We're going to get this rare chest. There should be one more regular chest around here. There it is. This one has the supplements. Now, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then heal up the HP. So next up is the Red Dragon fight. Again, we've got Sephiroth's summon meter already built up, so in theory, this should go fairly quickly. We're going to lower his magic defense. Actually, we're going to hold on to the summon now that I think about it. Alright, there's the interrupt. Because I want to try to keep that summon to use on Swordsmith. Because the less we have to deal with pain, the better. Alright, that battle's done. Again, you could take the summon potency plus 30% minus physical and magic defense, or you could take the physical and magic defense. In my initial run, I took this one, but I think we're going to take this one here and increase our summon potency. Get our next rare chest. There's our final rare item right here. We have one random battle prior. Against the little Whimsivans, the owlbears. They are weak to water, so we can finish this off fairly quickly. We have our summons built up, which is awesome. We can just roll through all three of these and do a lot of extra damage to Swordsmith. Blue crystals. And next up is Swordsmith. You could use your guard jellies and wisdom jellies. Shouldn't be necessary though. Let's go take them on. We're going to buff ourselves up as much as we can here before we do the summons and attacks. Let Aerith lower down his ice resistance one more time here. Raise, keep his magic up one more time, and then here we go. Let's pop all these off. He is almost down for the count. So it did inflict pain on Tifa. And there we go. He is down and gone. And that is the Igara Forbidden Zone hard difficulty disadvantaged run with an S+ ranking. It should be an S+ ranking. And there we go. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this video was beneficial to you, helped you in getting your clear ready if you were not able to successfully clear it the first time. If it did help, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one where we do, hopefully, the very hard dungeon.